Hi, guys. Welcome to a new episode of. No, it's not an episode. I'm not doing a reaction video. Welcome to a new video with your favorite miraculous girl, Nina, of course. And today I'm going to be talking about the Sentimonster theory. It's a very controversial topic, and a lot of people have been talking about it. And is Adrien Sentimonster? Is he not? And I was personally on the side that he wasn't a Sentimonster, but I'm not so sure anymore. But then again, this video is about the facts, the unknowns. I want to touch like this two um sides, like things we do know for a fact, and things that are unknown or that haven't had an answer within the show, or you know that are still to be um, answered, questions that still need an answer. So I'm going to start with the facts, okay? And first fact is Senti monsters are created by the Peacock Miraculous. Pretty simple, but yes. Then, the twin rings belong to the Graham Devanelli family, which is Emily's family. And Gabriel and Emily use them as their wedding rings. Pretty sketchy if you ask me, but that's a fact. Then third, Felix still has Gabriel's ring since he gave him a fake one, so he still like owns that ring, and Gabriel has the other one. So yeah. Then Senti monsters obey their creators all the time. Like if you possess the object that controls the Senti monster, you control the Senti monster, and he or she or it cannot just disobey you. Like it has to obey you unless that Senti monster owns its object, like Ladybug in Ladybug. So that's the only way a Senti monster can be truly free and control itself. Otherwise, it has to obey. And we have seen that a lot. But I won't get into further details because we're only doing the facts right now. I will talk about all the theories later. Then, Natalie is helping Adrien being a normal kid now that Emily's gone. That is a fact. While Emily was around, he was homeschooled. He barely had any friends, and the friends that he had were, like friends of the family, rich and famous, and all of that. So, now that she's gone, Natalie's helping Adrien have a normal life, live a life with friends, and be in the band, go to school, all of those things that Adrien wasn't allowed to do while Emily was around. Then, another fact Emily is dead. Simple as that. She's not in a coma. She's not in Creole. She's dead. Let's face it. And what Gabriel wants is to get the miraculous so he can create an alternate universe where she's alive and none of this happened and they never made that mistake. We don't know what it is about, but you know. So she is alive and he wants to destroy all of the reality that miraculous is taking place on. So that's a fact. Then another fact that we just found out recently is Felix is a Senti monster, and he knows it. So basically, Gabriel was about to just like Thanos him, but yeah, I mean after he was going to be blipped, but he was scared of it, so he knows that Gabriel has power over him with the ring. So that's basically probably one of the reasons that he wants to get back the rings so Gabriel won't be able to kill him or do something with him. But still, then again, we don't know. We just know that Felix is a Senti monster. He's aware of it. And that leads us to another point, which is Felix knows that Gabriel is Shadow Moth. Yes, he knows. What is he going to do about it? We don't know yet. And last fact is Natalie most likely knows about the Senti monster. Felix, Adrien, so Gabriel tells her everything. There's no reason for her not to know. Um, how powerful those rings are, what they are, and and yeah, we're gonna go right now. Well, I mean, those were the facts, and right now we're gonna go to the unknowns, to the questions that just pop into your mind while you're watching Miraculous, or topics that still have no answer within the show. So here goes the first one. First, is Adrian a sentient monster too? Probably yes, but we don't know. Does Emily know about Felix being a sentient monster in the whole miraculous things? Probably. So she probably does, but we don't know for a fact. Third, who was Felix's father and why did he die? So it's pretty coincidental, right? That Emily died and now well, and then Felix's father dies. Did like was it related? Who was he? Did he know about the miraculous? It's weird, right? It's weird that we don't know how Gabriel and Emily actually found out about the miraculous in the first place. Like, it's not something you're gonna find in your textbook in school. I mean, it. How um did they find out in the first place about the miraculous? Where? Like in a magazine, in a book, or what exactly were they looking for? Hmm. You know. Then And that leads us to another question. How long ago did they go to the Tibet? So we know that they went to the Tibet to find the miraculous. Okay, how long was it? Like, was it around the age that, like, Adrian is around 14, right? So was it like 14 years ago, or is Adrian younger? Or, that leads us to a lot of questions. I'm gonna talk about them a little, like after. So just hold on. Let's just stick with that. Like, how long ago did they go to the Tibet? Then this is another topic. We don't know for a fact if sentient monsters can age or die. Um, I had a friend saying, you know what? Maybe if that's the purpose that they're giving, they can age. I mean, for example, Ladybug was created as a 14-year-old Ladybug, like she didn't grow up. But what if the Senti monster was actually created to grow up? That's what I'm saying. Like, Adrian is and Felix are 14, so they have been like 14 for 14 years. Like, I mean, they were babies and then they grew up to be 14, or they were created as 14 years old. And I'm saying this because Adrian really doesn't remember what he wanted to be when he was a kid. So, you know, maybe he was never really a kid. But then that's when my friend comes in and says, "Well, Chloe remembers um Adrian from her childhood. So probably he was a kid while growing up with her. So that kind of makes sense? Yes. Probably if the Senti monster was created to grow up, maybe it can. But then again, will it ever die? When will it stop aging? Or I don't know. That's confusing. Okay, so then again, we go to the next one. We don't know if Felix and Adrian were created at the same time as twins and then parted in between the sisters, you know? And how long ago did it happen? Or if Felix was created as a sentient monster into Adrian's image or the other way around. We have no idea. So, I mean, that's pretty shitty, right? Like, let's create twins and then just split them in between the twin sisters. I mean, this is not the Parent Trap. What the hell is going on? But we don't know. Then, okay, was Adrian overprotected because of his.
I don't understand.
Nothing, Google Home.
I understood nothing, Google. Bye. Is that right?
Yes.
I'll be here.
Thanks. Random conversation with my Google Home. Okay, let's go back to it. Okay, I'm back from my weird conversation, but never mind. Anyways, where was I? Yes. Was Adrien overprotected by his parents because of his own vulnerability as a Sentimonster? Like, is that the reason that he was homeschooled and, like, because they thought in a way that he was more vulnerable? Or was it just because they're just insanely stupid? We don't know. Anyway, let's go on. A question again was, or were Felix and Adrien the mistake that Gabriel talks about when he's talking about Emily? Most likely, yes, but who knows, right? And then I go. In this case, they are Sentimonsters, and their objects are the rings. Let's just take that for fact right now. Is one ring capable of destroying and controlling the Sentimonster, or do you need both of them? Most likely, one will do. And I wrote this point exactly before the Gabriel Agreste came out. So now we know that one will do enough. At least that's what Gabriel said, right? Like he could just bleep Felix out of his existence. So most likely one ring will do to control the Sentimonster. But does one ring belong to each other, or the two rings control both, or that's still something we don't know. Like I think I personally believe that the two rings control either one of the Sentimonsters, being Felix or Adrien. So that is said if Adrien is indeed a Sentimonster. Okay, so next. We have a picture of Gabriel and Natalie holding hands, with Natalie wearing his um, ring, right? We don't know when that's gonna happen, if it's like a dream or if it's real or whatever. But why is he giving this ring to her? Is it for protection? I don't think it's like a wedding or a marriage proposal, honestly. I mean, I really hope it was, but I don't think so. I really hope it is. I really hope it is, but I don't think so, to be honest. I think he's most likely giving the ring to her because, what the hell are you doing? Wow, that was one hell of a thing. Okay, don't mind that. It was my cat this time. But, coming again. I'm coming again. So, I stayed on the Natalie having the ring. So, why is Gabriel giving the ring to her? Like, is it like a permanent thing? Is it just for like a special event or something that's gonna happen? And why is he putting it on her wedding finger? Like he could have chosen any other finger, even the other hand. And no, he chose the ring where the wedding band goes. That's really romantic and pretty shitty at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm hoping my best here, but I don't like I'm not putting too much like expectations. I don't really have very like I have really low expectations on that scene because I don't want to get all excited and then have my heart broken. Thank you very much. And then the last but not least of my unknown questions is okay, we know that Gabriel has control over Felix, right? Oh, unless he doesn't. Anyway, um, he says he can destroy him with a snap of his fingers. So, why doesn't he destroy Felix and then creates another Felix exactly the same that just doesn't remember that he's Shadow Moth and that doesn't know that Adrien is a Sentimonster and doesn't like do all the things Gabriel doesn't want him to do? Wouldn't that be easier? It's the same thing as Spider-Man. Like, why don't you just go there and say, "Hi, Mr. Strange, can you please just make everyone forget Mysterio and what he said?" Instead of just erasing himself from existence. So you have Gabriel in there just going crazy over the fact that Felix is probably going to do something about it and probably steal the miraculous. And when he has the power to just destroy him, create a new one, exactly the same, that behaves the same and knows the same, except the fact that he's Shadow Moth and that he has the miraculous and that gives the ring back. I don't know. That would be easy. But then again, Thomas is a very strange person with a very complex mind. So I'm not going to judge. Um, and so far, this is all the theories that I have over the Sentimonster thing. So making a big, trying to close this topic, what are my opinions? Is Adrien a Sentimonster? Probably yes. Like, I began as a no a couple of months ago, probably a year ago, I said no. And now here I'm saying, okay, he most likely is a Sentimonster. Why? Because every time that Gabriel actually makes him do something and he touches his ring, Adrien obeys. So, oh, that would be pretty shitty. But at the same time, like, Gabriel is trying, with the help of Natalie, of raising a Sentimonster as a normal kid. We have Felix on the other hand, which we know is a Sentimonster. So there is a lot of things in the air with this Sentimonster theory. Probably my best guess is that Gabriel and Emily wanted to have a kid, they couldn't, and they tried different methods and they found out about the miraculous and they said, well, if there's the miraculous that can actually create something, why not? Let's create a baby. The thing here and the real sketchy and twisted part is, why create a second one? Why create Felix? Probably because the sister asked her to, or was it like a. I don't know, guys. Really, that is something that I really don't know how to answer, and I don't want to like overthink. So I'll just let the show bring it to me. But those are my opinions so far. Is Adrien a Sentimonster? Probably yes. What's gonna happen with the miraculous? Felix is probably going to steal them. He's gonna become the new Shadow Moth because Hawkmoth from the future wasn't him, remember? So, I don't know, guys. You can leave your comments and I will try to answer each and every one of you. Also, if you have another theory or you have another idea about Sentimonsters, I would be more than happy to read those. So, thank you, all of you guys, for watching this video, and I hope you had fun. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to all of your ideas. Have a good one.